Hey guys, and welcome to the next tutorial of ethical hacking and penetration testing via Kali Linux. So in the previous tutorials I taught you about hacking a Windows machine and other different types of Trojans and how we can go ahead and do DDoS attacks on multiple machines by doing a distributed denial of service attack or just a denial of service attack. I also taught you as to how I can go ahead and actually, after penetrating a computer, how I can actually go ahead and run, let's say, a DDoS file from his computer, or I can just do it without even accessing his computer. I can just go ahead and send him a link, and as soon as he clicks on that link, boom, his computer will totally stop responding, and he will have to actually unplug the computer because everything, the keyboard, the mouse, and even its processor, everything will stop working, and it will go ahead and create an infinite loop in the background which will make the computer stop working. It will not even give the user a second's time to go ahead and make any kind of changes, or because as soon as he clicks this link, he won't even be able to move his mouse and everything will be stopped. So we saw all of those things in the previous tutorials. But let's do something different this time. We will be, in this tutorial, we will be taking a look as to how we can actually go ahead and hack into Android and hack a computer using an Android. And as you know that Android is the main platform for that is Java, and it's mostly or almost a type of Linux, and if you have ever used a terminal in Android, I'll just go ahead and show you some specific apps that I have been going through. So if you terminal emulator Android, you can go on the Google Play Store, and there are different applications through which you could go ahead and run this kind of specific terminal on your Android. You can just run the terminal emulator, or there is one more, I don't remember exactly. Yeah, terminal IDE. Perfect. So these are the two most awesome terminals that you could run on your Android. And if you have let's say if you have a rooted phone, and in case you don't know what root is actually gaining administrative rights, or not even administrative, the system rights to a phone. Normally when you get a phone, you only have let's say I can say as you only have the user rights. When, let's say for example, when you go ahead and open your Windows system, you can either go and get your system rights or the user rights. So similarly, when you purchase a new phone, you normally go ahead and get only the user rights. You don't have the administrative rights, so you cannot go ahead and actually uninstall the system files. So you can go to your you put your website, your cell phone name. For example, mine is Nexus 5, so you can type Nexus 5 root, and you can type XDA, and XDA is a website where you can get a root for any kind of cell phone. Almost all cell phones you will find all types of root over here. So this XDA specific website, this is a forum where you can get any kind of websites and tools that you need. Not websites, sorry, you can get any kind of let's say mods that you need for your cell phone. And right now I'll be showing you different tools through which you could go ahead and hack into another person's cell phone, or you could go ahead and actually hack into another person's network, and it can also go ahead and lead to how anyone else can go ahead and access your network as well. So besides these apps, if you are running it as a root, then it's awesome, and it will also find similar. And if you're using Nexus 5 or Nexus 7, Nexus 8, Nexus 9, it doesn't matter which one, you can also go ahead and download the Kali Linux for Nexus. And because it works only on Nexus and OnePlus 1, it will also work on other let's say other phones as well, such as Note 2, Note 3, but it may not work that good, and some modules may not work. So if you have Nexus series, then you can go ahead and download NetHunter version of Kali Linux, and this is the Kali Linux version for NetHunter. You can go ahead and download this specific thing for your it starts from Nexus 4 to Nexus 10, and it also has it also supports OnePlus 1 as well. So as you can see, NetHunter runs on chroot environment on Android device. So if you start a system via Android application, blah 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 and all these things. So you can go ahead and run this all by yourself, but you need a rooted phone for this, else it will not work. And it has HID keyboard, that's Teensy keyboard, bad USB man in the middle attacks, and one click mana evil access point. There's nothing better you can get instead of this. It also has a 802.11 frame injection, and which supports variety of USB NICs. That means you can also connect your own USB router to your cell phone, and you can run these things. So this is a lot of fancy stuff, and if you don't have that much knowledge of actually going ahead and running this on your cell phone, then I can also show you different tools that you don't need to go and install the Kali Linux Net Hunter if you have other cell phones or normal cell phone, any random cell phone with at least a minimum of 512 MB of RAM, or if you have rooted it, then it's more than enough. So I'll show you different applications which you could use to go ahead and use it for your penetration testing. So the first thing would be a terminal emulator, as I showed you, and the terminal IDE. IDE normally takes up a good amount of space, and we also have the SSH option to go ahead and so that let me check which one was it exactly. I believe it was, let me check. I believe we can also go ahead and connect through terminal IDE, but I use, yeah, SSH Droid, perfect. So this one I was searching for. You can use SSH Droid to go ahead and securely connect any of your, don't just ignore this one, because this ratings are given by people who cannot actually use this. So you can also use the SSH Droid to connect to your cell phone or your computer. It may be Linux or Windows securely. This is another tool through which you can go ahead and securely connect to any of your remote machines.